Yamaha reckon they've got touring and comfort nailed, so to show off their 2016 performance-focused upgrades we ditched the straights for more twirls than the Cadbury's chocolate factory. Yamaha Fjr-1300 Ae, 2016-2021, Review. 2 days of blasting around Spain's Almeria racetrack and chasing twirling tarmac through the gorgeous, sun-drenched surrounding mountains wasn't the test route I'd imagined for the Yamaha Fjr-1300 launch. Yamaha has sold over 100,000 FJRs worldwide, and now with bags of extras on the 2016 model for the exact same price as the outgoing machine, the FJR cements its place in the cream of the sports touring crop. In 2020, Yamaha announced the Fjr-1300 Ultimate Edition, above. This was powered by the same 1298cc inline-4 engine, producing 144 bhp. The bike got a new paint job to mark its 20-year run, finished in black and gold with gold 3-spoke alloys featuring the FJR logo. Weighing in at 292 kilograms, the seat also featured gold stitching and a gold FJR logo to distinguish the bike from the standard model. The handlebars and risers, control levers, top clamp, filler cap, rear grab handles, brake calipers and passenger footrest brackets are also finished in black to give the machine an additional premium feel. Ride quality and brakes. The Yamaha Fjr-1300 has always been known for its supreme comfort, but the real surprise was the way it handles if you pressed on a little in the corners. This is also true of the 2016 model, especially the Ae, and as variants which get United States dollars forks and electronically adjustable preload, compression and damping. When tested again in 2019, the Yamaha's brakes in particular begin to feel a little old and lack the response of something like a BMW R1250 RT. Engine. The Yamaha Fjr-1300 benefits from a new 6th gear, but apart from that, the engine remains unchanged. Yamaha managed to squeeze 6 gears in without changing the crankcase. There was no real need to change the Fjr-1300 engine. The 1298cc lump produces 144 bhp, and as a result the bike is incredibly fast for such a comfortable machine. 1298cc engine is barely breaking a sweat at 144 bhp, and the Yamaha Fjr-1300 will churn out mile after mile without a problem if you look after it. High mileage shouldn't put you off a used model, provided it has a good service history. The Yamaha Fjr-1300 owners' reviews show mainly positive scores, except one buyer stating he's been through 3 sets of head bearings because he rides progressively. Servicing isn't cheap either. Value versus rivals. Big engine touring bikes come in all shapes and sizes. They can be knobbly tired adventurers, super bikes on stilts, fully dressed cruisers or anything in between. Traditional touring bikes have all but disappeared, but does that mean they're obsolete? Far from it. If Yamaha's evergreen Fjr-1300 and the BMW R1250 RT are anything to go by, powered by a whooshing 144 bhp, 1298cc inline-4, the FJR used to be the last word in refinement, and the RT was always the quirky one. But over the years the Beamer has caught up and overtaken the Japanese Tourer with more cubes, power, refinement, and technology. BMW R1250 RT vs Yamaha Fjr-1300, verdict. Adventure bikes, sports adventures and cruisers are all very well as touring bikes, but why have knobby tires you'll never get muddy, superbike performance you'll rarely use, or carry unnecessary shiny metal like a ball and chain? The Fjr-1300 still makes sense as a modern-day continent-shrinking device, but it's starting to show its age, and could do with a freshen up. Costing just a couple of £100 less than the new Beamer, it really should be a couple of grand cheaper by now. The German bike is way ahead in terms of finish, gadgets, frugality and refinement. Add in the R1250 RT's seamlessly delivered shift cam-enabled torque boost, and the BMW is still, by far, the most accomplished tourer money can buy. The FJR's biggest update is the long-awaited, and overdue, 6th gear. It also gets Yamaha's new slip and assist clutch technology, LED lights front and rear, adaptive cornering lights for peaking round corners, a redesigned tail unit, a new color, and the model is now set up for the Denise D Air Street system. First introduced on the 2013 model, the Fjr-1300's dash was cutting-edge back then, with its analog rev counter and a digital display. Most of the functions are operated via the switchgear, but you have to adjust the trip and traction control on the clocks, like getting up to change TV channels. The trick was to add a 6th gear to a 5-speed engine without changing the crank cases. Yamaha has done this by using helical cut gears instead of straight cut, and subsequently completely redesigned the gearbox. As a benefit, the shorter gearing over the first 5 gears makes for quicker acceleration, while offering a tall, silky smooth, vibration-free 6th for cruising between mountains, or more likely the M25. That said,